Hey everyone, welcome to Froey's Bakes and Breaks. Today's recipe is going to be pound cake, veering off from the classic and cinnamon sugar versions that I've made probably dozens if not hundreds of times in the past, and I thought I'd mix in some hazelnut spread and see how it turns out. Typically when I try something different from the classic versions I've made many times, it does not taste as good. So we'll see what happens. I got everything prepped, so I'll kind of explain as I go, and if we're quick, we could probably get this done in the oven in 10 minutes, so let's see how it goes. All right, we are at the end, finishing touches time. So I have this 10-inch nonstick pan. I can't find it anywhere and I've had it forever. So I use it for every pound cake. I have a similar one that works okay, but this is just like, for some reason it works great. Use parchment, the cleanup will be significantly better because sometimes the cake will stick to the bottom. Saw me literally just kind of crumble it up and shove it in there. That's what I do. You'll have these weird like little craggly whatevers here, nooks and crannies, but it kind of makes the cake look cool. And do want to be careful because the parchment, unless you tape it, it can like fall in, and not to say you would ruin things, but I've had this happen even recently where whether I wasn't paying full attention or put in too much cake at once and the batter went like under the parchment. Yeah, definitely lost some cake. Not end of the world, but nothing you want. You want to avoid it if possible. Once you get enough in, it will kind of level out, and then we're just going to go to the last step. So I will get every little ounce out of here that I can because I hate to waste. And that microwave is reminding me. So for the hazelnut spread, I get store version, tastes just as good as Nutella. And microwave it because it'll be easier to work with. Again, this is an experiment. My plan is just to spread it on the top and kind of stir it in. I meant to get a long toothpick out of the pantry. I don't think I did. I debated if using 60 grams was enough. I don't think it is. But since this is an experiment, maybe it'll be better to, doing too much. It might actually be better to just do less. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been probably like 4 or 5 hours. Pound cake has completely cooled off. Just to make sure you get a nice shot of it, so nice close up. You can kind of see there the dark lines that are kind of mixed in from the hazelnut spread. So it looks great, came out great. It did require like 10 extra minutes of cooking, which makes sense. We added ingredients in, increased the weight. Usually that means we gotta cook it longer. And I found that if I do a cinnamon sugar one, basically the same thing. It just takes 5 or 10 minutes longer. We just poke it with a toothpick until it's clean, and simple as that. So you can see here, I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna try a slice in a minute. One thing to point out, I mentioned the parchment earlier, and if you look close, that's why. So the loaf pan is essentially like spotless. Now I'll clean it, I'll rinse it for sure, but you could just see, it almost adds like a perfect wrapping. You can see the bottom. Some of this darker bottom would definitely get stuck in here. I made this enough times to know. So highly recommend that step. All right, so we're gonna kind of unwrap. I like the parchment too because I can just get you a better view. It's wrapped, it's unwrapped. It's super easy. If I was selling this, like I do it the same way. And that's that. Enough talking, let's cut in. I'm gonna try to get a nice cross section. Also, before I do that, you can kind of hear the top is nice and like crispy, almost like if you flick the bottom of a loaf of bread when it comes out of the oven. That's good. We want it to be a little caramelized, and that's from all the sugars. Do want it to be brown. I've definitely made these. They've come out very light, and they taste okay, but they look, looks are important. All right, here we go. Enough talk. Probably not the best knife, and definitely a very small one. Ooh, that looks very good. I'm genuinely impressed. You got kind of a nice dark pocket down there, and then it's kind of, you saw me spread it just kind of willy-nilly. There's no rhyme or reason to it. All right, so it looks good. Let's see how we do with taste. Terrible cut, please don't criticize. Now, full disclosure, I have a tendency to love everything I make the first time I try it. Even something I made last week that turned out to be just okay. It was pretty freaking good. It tastes exactly like my standard vanilla pound cake, just with a little bit of hazelnut mixed in. It's kind of the perfect amount. So I'm gonna call this a job well done. Definitely will make it again. That's it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy a nice cross section of the pound cake, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thanks everyone. Take care.